Hello and welcome back to the Watford Way. I'm very, very disappointed to do this match review today because ultimately the performance was not very good. Watford lost 2-0 to Wolves at Vicarage Road. An own goal from Francisco Sirielta, which is quite ironic considering that we got him back from his FIFA ban and he comes back into the team and then scores an own goal. And then Hwang Hee-chan, the new signing for Wolves, scored basically a tap-in the 80th minute. So really, really poor performance from Watford. At no point in the game did we really look to threaten the Wolves' goal. Did we really look to create a clear-cut chance? Wolves dominated the game, especially from midfield. Every player in that Wolves team, knew what they were trying, knew what their game plan was. We had no idea what we were doing. There was times in the game where Sirielta and Troost-Ekong were passing the ball back and forth to each other, back, forth, with no real idea what they were going to do with the ball. Long balls to Josh King worked occasionally, but really didn't have any effect whatsoever. Sarr, opportunities where he could have shot on goal where he didn't, took too long. There was an opportunity in the first half up the Wolves end where he should have had a shot. He didn't. Opportunity gone. Sissoko had a shot, but really, apart from them two chances, that's all we did. I thought Cucho when he came on was poor. And look, the midfield for me was the issue. No creativity in that midfield whatsoever. I thought Kuka, or Kutska, however you pronounce his name, I thought he was absolutely dreadful. I thought that Xisco should have taken him off at half time. He played the whole 90 minutes. He looked lethargic. He looked slow. He looked like he couldn't be bothered at times. Sissoko played well. Atebo did play okay. But, we had Tufan on the bench. We could have brought on Tom Cleverley just to add a bit of energy, a bit of impetus into the game. Xisco didn't choose to do that. I've got my phone in front of me here. We'll just run through the substitutes as well. So Daniel Batman, obviously the starting keeper. Rob Elliott on the bench. Imran Louza, again, another midfield option we haven't utilised. And I think Louza, from what I read about his time in France, he seemed like quite a creative, deep-lying player. He seems to be like a bench player for us now. Tom Cleverley on the bench. Adam Messina, Ken Sema did come on. Again, very, very poor. Craig Cathcart, Ozan Tufan. There was, I saw a few Turkish people actually in the ground holding up Turkish flags. They obviously wanted to see his debut, but again, that was not possible. Christian Capacelle and again, Cucho Hernandez was also on the bench. So for me, just absolutely rubbish. It looked like that the players weren't tactically aware in the game whatsoever. Wolves, Bruno Lage, they hadn't actually won or scored a goal in the Premier League up until yesterday's game. And obviously, Watford being Watford, we gift them the win through an own goal and a tap-in. The defending for both goals was awful, to be honest. Troost-Ekong, again, for me, he's just not really what I'm looking for at the moment in terms of a central defender for Watford. I think that maybe Christian Capacelle could do a better job at bringing out the ball and maybe creating something from the back, because Capacelle and Troost-Ekong and Sirielta, numerous times throughout the game, just passing the ball back and forth to each other. Either player not really knowing what they're doing with it. However, the standouts for me was Danny Rose and Jeremy Ngakia. I thought Jeremy Ngakia had a tough test really, man marking Adama Traore, and of course Traore being Traore, he did get past him a few times. But I think overall, considering Ngakia's age and considering he's not played a lot of football so far this season, I thought he was really, really good. My Watford man of the match was Danny Rose. Defensively superb, nice touches, few nice flicks, nice recovery tackles as well, especially in the first half. Just really, really poor. And I am concerned because we've got tough fixtures coming up after Newcastle, Norwich and Newcastle we've got coming up. Those have got to be must-win games. Now, later in the week, I'll make a whole separate video on why we need to win them games for, for the season, but also for Xisco's future. Because if Xisco doesn't win against Norwich and Newcastle, where are we going to pick up points? We've got Liverpool coming up. November's tough with Chelsea. I think Man City we've got as well. I think Man United might be in November too. So, they've got Ronaldo, for Christ's sake. So, it's going to be tough to pick up points from these big teams. It's not like when we beat Liverpool 3-0 the season we got relegated. I just can't see that happening this year. The strength and quality of the Premier League this time round is the best I have ever seen. And if we're off our game by 5%, 10% as we was yesterday, you know, Wolves dominated us. They literally were so dominant, and they're not even a great team. They've got better players than us, you know, Ruben Neves, Jimenez, Traore, etc. But they're not the best team we're going to face. We're going to face City, Liverpool, Chelsea with Lukaku, United with Ronaldo. City are superb as always. So I'm very concerned about the future of this season. I'm not going to jump to conclusions yet. However, if Xisco does lose against Norwich, Newcastle and Stoke in the Cup, you know, and three losses in a row there, I can see our owners potentially making a change. Now, whether they do or not, that's up to them. But we know in the past they've been very rash with their decisions. They don't hold back, and they don't say to Xisco, "Oh, we'll give you 5-6 games, Xisco, see how you do." They go, "You know what? It's not working. Let's make the change." And ultimately, Xisco is a young, inexperienced manager. We've taken a risk with him. I think a good risk, because I like Xisco as a person. He seems like such a lovely guy. However, you need experience in the Premier League. You really do need experience. You see what David Moyes has done at West Ham. You know, the big clubs, of course. Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, so experienced. Now, I'm not saying we need to get a calibre of manager like that. But, you know, Nigel Pearson's the prime example of just a seasoned manager. You know, maybe the players didn't like him at Watford. Maybe it wasn't the right mix of characters for Pearson and Watford. But I did like Pearson. And if we could get someone like him in again to, you know, to basically tighten us up at the back and just get a defined way of playing football. Because so when we got the ball to Star against Wolves, it looked like we could potentially make something, right? But if Sarr didn't have the ball, we just look lost. And if Sarr doesn't have a good game, what is our creative outlet? Like, what is our outlet? There is none. Because Cucho's goal against Villa was a wonder goal, Sarr's goal against Villa was a deflection, and Dennis's goal against Villa was a lucky goal. So out of all 3 goals we've scored in the Premier League so far, how many goals have come from creativity and playing as a team and making a chance? None, if we're being honest. So very concerning. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments below. If you didn't go and you watched it from another country, maybe, you know, you might have seen the game differently and thought we played better than maybe I'm portraying. But yeah, let me know in the comments section below. I'll be back with a video during the week talking about our upcoming fixtures and what we need to do to get back started in the Premier League, because after that fantastic win against Aston Villa, we've really tailed off quite significantly. So I will make a video kind of talking about Xisco's future and what the future results mean for Xisco in the club. And of course, we'll be back before Saturday, probably Thursday, Friday time. I'll do a Norwich City away preview. Watch along for that, which I'm really excited about. I can't make Norwich, unfortunately. I'm not doing anything. I just thought that was quite a long journey, and I couldn't really be bothered. So I couldn't be bothered to go all the way over to Norwich. But don't worry, you have got me here on YouTube. I'll be doing a live stream for that game. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you for another video or stream very soon. Thank you very much for watching.